Yes, happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. So if you are alive, can share if you want to. Um, I just wanted to talk to my fellow brothers and sisters, my colleagues, my elder brothers, my grandfathers. So I need to talk now because of our get sense. No man myself. I never like to talk because when you talk, people take your things differently and they start talking. So, but sometimes one man know the talk, you just like say some people are right and what they are saying, their narrative is right. Then you cannot have something good and you don't want to share it. So what is helping me to also want to share a little bit and what is happening among the Anglophone comedians. So if you are there, share it. Happy Sunday, so you can share. Tag whoever you want to tag. Make a come. So, as an Anglophone comedian, whom God has helped, because I am what I am by the grace of God. Yes. If you want to know how the grace of God looks like in the life of a person, look at me. Yes. Yes. Sometimes, in fact, like this afternoon, I was in church, and I was just thanking God. So who am I? Who be me? A boy from nowhere. God is just happy. Who be me? Who am I? It's just the grace of God. So, when I started comedy as an Anglophone, the first Anglophone comedian who gave me a platform, who was performing as a Francophone, was Willie de Paris. That was 2010, 11 February. He had a show in Limbe. Before then, 2009, I had the desire for do comedy. I was just funny. People were like, "You are good, you are." But people would like to be around me. Until somebody held my hands by the name Big Mami Agata. That is my mentor. He's in Limbe. I had the birthday that I was emceeing. Big Mami Agata then was outside. He saw a young man cracking jokes, talking, people were laughing. After the program, he called for me. So I have my radio program, Eating Radio in Limbe. Say, come on, would you go radio together? For a program was every Saturday morning. Laugh something out, something like that. So now so I start following Mami Agata. Every morning we go up, we go crack joke for air, we calm down. We go buy a puff and beans, we chop. That's what we are doing every Saturday. Then I had the desire of trying to record my comedy for CD because I used to pass around the town. I hear Gordons, hallelujah, hallelujah. So I wanted to do something like that, to have my own voice registered on my. I had a lot of ideas. So that's how 2009 I went for M1 Studio. Somebody, it's a long story, so I just want to cut this short. M1 Studio, I had my audio recording. Then I had my first show for this place for Down Beach, to that hall in Chamber of Commerce, Down Beach. So that's how I started. Then I normally used to watch Sparko and Zachary. They were in Kumba. They would gather crowd. They were doing things. It was good. They were selling. But their style is not what I really want to do because then they were dressing somehow. I wanted to do like this Nigerian Night of Thousand Laughs, that they dress well. That is what I really love. The person who was doing that in Anglophone then, in Boya, they call him Ngwane Hanse. Ngwane Hanse was on High TV. I left Limbe. I came to Boya. Say, Ngwane, I beg, help me. So Ngwane was even sometimes organizing shows at this hotel, The Godfather. Colonel Dixon Hotel. So we used to be there. So that's how the journey was there going. The comedy stuff, everybody was doing their stuff wherever they are. By the grace of God, I've organized a lot of shows, up to, I can say 15 or 20 only in Limbe. I've organized a lot of shows. I remember I used to organize shows that Toxic General, if Toxic and Sparkle. I don't do come by can show for Limbe. Come by can show. If I don't do show set for 11 February, a lot of shows, and no one nowadays remain on myself. But I had a passion to learn, to see what is happening. I was learning, sacrificing, growing, to skin, tackle, make friends, interact. So, but I had this vision to meet this person that I want to mention his name, because the person that was following in Nigeria was Aboki for Christ. Because I'm a Christian, I love what they do because they do it in churches. So I was following Aboki for Christ seriously, and Gordons. Hallelujah. So I wanted to meet Gordons, because when you have a destiny, God must connect you to some people. If not so. That's why be mindful of the kind of relationship you keep, the kind of people you meet. They can easily kill that work you have, that good thing you have. So be mindful of their kind of network. I wanted to meet Gordon. Long story short, I went to Nigeria to meet Gordons. I called him, I'm coming. I got to Nigeria through, some people just sometimes they mock at you that you go through flying boat. My brother, any way that you see that will make you to succeed, follow. Francis Ngannou, follow road, follow desert. But today, look at him. So, me, I be follow, I'm looking for Limbe, we do corner water. I follow my age now. I arrived in Lagos. I called Gordon that I'm so place in Nigeria. He asked me, what are you doing there? I said, no, I came through the water. He said, okay, get to Lagos. I went to Lagos where he asked me to get to. I waited for that man the whole day, he didn't show up. I came back to Cameroon. Few months or few weeks, he called and apologized. And something came out that he needed to travel. That when next you are coming, let me know. So that's the sacrifice that people don't see. That told me I'm going to Nigeria today, I come back, I don't see the person. We had another meeting arranged and went there back. God so kind, this time around I met him. He came very late. I was there by 2 o'clock. He came by 5. Sometimes people want to test you to see whether you really want that thing you are looking for. One thing I've seen now, a lot of artists, a lot of comedians, they don't want to sacrifice. They don't want to calm down. They are so fast. They want to go up. They don't want to grow up. If you go up, you will fall. If you grow up, you will remain. I've seen a lot of comedians. This is not because you are gifted. Talent is never enough. In Nigeria, there's one comedian who is funny. The sound is bad. Please, now check again. Oh, the sound is bad. Or am I the one not shouting? Please, if you are not hearing me well, please, can you indicate? Let me know, please. So, no man talk for you one another hear me. Because this is I want us on serious thing. Something where then they affect a lot of Anglophone comedians. The sound is okay or is bad, please. Let me know. Hit me up. You can share. I'm saying this story is not because I want some people to learn something, to hear something. Yes, thank you. I want some people to learn something, because some people can be looking at some person's success, no road. Sometimes they just follow no road. You can go round and round. When you don't know your destination, speed is not an advantage. If you don't know where you are going to, if you're on the wrong path, speed is not an advantage. You know, one blow. But you don't even know where you are going to. You have not discovered your calling. You have not discovered your purpose. Some people are doing comedy not because God has really called them to become a comedian. They are doing comedy because they want to be famous. They are doing comedy because they want everybody to know their name. Some people, your destiny is just to be be a cameraman. I'm telling you, God has positioned you for back, to be a good editor in comedy, a good scriptwriter in comedy, it's not for you to perform. So it will help you for you to discover yourself, is this what God has called you to do? And you see yourself doing it effortless. And how do you know what you are called to do? Is what you can do. Anytime they wake you up, you do it without stress. If I do it for free, something that you love to do for free. Yes. Me, I meet Godons the second time. He didn't even stay with me for 15 minutes. For all that my sacrifice, I traveled. I came there with Pamplemousse. He took it and he put it on their boots. He came up. I will not forget. Surulere, Lagos. They asked me, how are you? Fine. You are from Cameroon. Good. What do you do? I tried to explain. He advised me. So one time I said, we are going. That's how they left me on. Now so they leave me. So when I came back. But long story short, on 2016, I had a dream to do show. I had a show that I was doing, so I sent the poster to Godons, say for him to pray for me, for the program to move successfully. So when he was praying, he was on WhatsApp. Then he said that God, let's see what we can do in Cameroon. That was 2016. I was in the office of one grandfriend, Elimbe. I told him that I have link with Godons, that we can bring Godons to Cameroon. He said, okay, let's do it. I called Godons and we book a date. The grandfriend refused to pick call. You all that grandfriend, that would ever tell you, I will help you, I will help you, I will help you. When time comes, they boom. That grandfriend pick call again. He's a big man, so I cannot even do it. Godons have already accepted to come. What do I do? What I had from me was 250,000 francs. I went and met my mentor, Big Mami Agatha. Big Mami Agatha, and so this kind of person don't promise me, say, we will do show. But now the money is big call. Big Mami say, we don't feel this chance, me pass. Big Mami Agatha took me with his bike, with the Koda bike, Bamba. Today I have a car, and Big Mami also have a car. But we were using one motor bike. If you see that bike, now so you went, Big Mami in front, I there for back. We drove to Boya for chariot without money. We were so radical. We came to chariot now, so we bring business now, so partnership, bang with chariot. We back. Thank God for Big Mami Akata. Anywhere I go to, I celebrate that bar, I celebrate that elder brother. He has been there for me, telling you. So Big Mami Agata, that's how we put up that show. Then Sparkle have been coming for my show and Toxic. For that show, I still have the poster, I have everything, I have videos. Sparkle, Zachary Lomop, Ngwane Hanse, some few people there, I put them. We had that show. Gordon was coming. He brought another big comedian, the Don. We went to, then I had, God have sacrificed a lot. I gave money I put somebody in charge because we had the show in Kumba. I gave money for somebody to organize a committee in Kumba, and they did what they did. No money. I brought Gordon to Kumba. I didn't even have transport to take him back. We have suffered. I've suffered this thing. Sometimes I don't want to talk. God has helped me, so I don't want to talk about what I've suffered. We are moving forward. So the show was on Monday. Some of them are talking about the Anglophone, this Anglophone, that. The revolution of this Anglophone comedy, where some people they come now, they carry for a red cap, was on that day. On that day, April, at Chariot. The hall was full. The person who started the show, by the help of God and the Holy Spirit, God asked, when we marched entered that hall with Gordons, and the ovation was so much. By the Holy Spirit, I thank God for grace of God, and the Holy Spirit always talks to you. Sometimes people look at that it's foolish. He asked me to tell Sparkle to start that show. So when I went and told Sparkle to start the show, Sparkle was so angry. He felt like I don't want to believe to him, but I don't know why I was doing what I was doing. But when Sparkle went on that stage and boom, the Sparkle scattered places, people, boom, 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 boom. People laugh at the Gordons, they start fear. Sparkle set that show right from the beginning. And Anglophone comedian, they perform Saturday, Gordons come on stage. You know, if you even talk, go, don't let's say Bonnie. The other comedian from Nigeria even did well more than the Gordons that we came to see. That's how a lot of things started. Oh boy heard the story. Me, I don't know who be oh boy. I know some of the comedians there. Oh boy, now they hear the story because they were also doing well in Yaoundé. I think in Soa, they were doing their stuff as an Anglophone there in Yaoundé. I think Valley brought up and MP3. They were also doing what? But oh boy, because when oh boy came to Boya, he heard the story. He came and looked for me. I got a call. Oh boy, he was from Yaoundé. I came. Then oh boy was living with Carvino Wala. Now that's where I met him. Gordons enjoyed that show. That day he promised us that he was coming back with I go die and some few people there. So somebody met Gordons on the airport on one country like that, and he's a Cameroonian and he was in that show. So he was telling Gordons that show was good, people should do it again. So immediately Gordon got that remark from that person. Gordons called me, said, can we do something else in Cameroon again? The men, those men, they are not giving no money. I don't even have. Somebody who started to do a show 250,000. It's just because of Gordon have seen my heart. He saw my sacrifice coming to Nigeria. He didn't see me. I came back. All that he decided to. This guy, let me support him. That's how they came. So Gordon came back with Clean the Drum, Akpororo, African China. So had another show. Now I took them to Bamenda as another story. I sacrificed things. I took them to Bamenda for a show which we have suffered. Even them, they were so patient with me. Even Clean the Drum. Akpororo finish perform from Bamenda. Enter motor, go back for airport for go take a flight the next day. 50 francs, take them. We are still friends because they saw my heart. It's not the money. I don't have money, but I have a good relationship with them. So that's how the whole Anglophone stuff started. Now, Sete will get meeting. We get meeting. Sete will gather themselves. It was good until over-savvy people then come. People who believe that they know. People who believe that they love Cameroon more than some people. People who believe that their ideology is good. That the other persons, you are the because you are saying this, you are not a true Cameroonian. And sometimes I wonder how they think if they've seen sacrifice, person don't sacrifice. So now you not like some Cameroon people. Then when you have union, good relationship as a comedian going on, people were doing great things, putting heads together to do things. And you're always claiming that you are the only right person, and nobody should talk to you. You are the old elders. You are the ancient of days of comedy. You have been there, everybody. Sometimes I remember in that their comedy group, I used to tell them, this is the way you read. Come on. What in there for book for read? What in there for book for read? As a comedian, you want to excel, you don't want to read. Oh boy. That's after that I don't know, say this group. I know we belong here. Their ideology here is not good. Two cannot work together until they agree. I don't want to call anybody's name because I don't give anybody. I'm telling you, you know who I'm talking about. So I'm not calling your name. You know yourself. The first time I met the mentor of the Nigeria comedy in Nigeria, they call him Boss Ali Baba. Boss Ali Baba didn't give me money. If you enter that my office, the man is rich. If you enter that my office, the first time I entered there, he just for his back, he play with the shidon. He bagel a library. That's the people that have excelled in comedy for 30 years. They have spoken to governor, to presidents, Alibaba, but they are still reading. Sometimes I ask, I want to find the secret. What keep them relevant for 30 years? They have a lot of comedians that have come. They have left. They are funny. A one comedian there from Nigeria where funny die. They call him Gandoki. I don't know if some of you know him. I've studied this comedy stuff. Gandoki is funny, but it's not still relevant. What keeps some this AY basket mouth relevant now? You have to study it, learn it. It's a secret. Until you come close before they disclose them for you. Alibaba gave me a book to read. He didn't give me money. He gave me a book. I came back. I read the book. The title of that book na Mastering. I called my friend, a brother, oh boy. I said, oh boy, read this book. It will help you. Oh boy read the book. The second time I met Alibaba, he didn't give me money. He gave me a book again. He not give me platform. He gave me a book. Now for year, all things the day. Now for year. So when I came to government, what did they call their names? Comic. I came there and I told them that this is the way. The ancient of days were telling them what is there to read. Which comment is there for book? How far? How far now? Me that I've read. I'm still reading. If you come to my house, I get book pie. And thank God you are seeing a little small success now. Because what makes somebody different from the others is what the person knows that the other person don't know. Now, comedy group, everybody, every day you're always shouting at somebody, trying to claim that you are the best person in the world. You are the one who loves Cameroon more than the other. Telling you Cameroonians love Cameroon. Whatever is happening to Nigeria, forget. You know they overlook, and when you overlook and see, you will be depressed because they are selling. Focus on what you are doing. Build your material. When is your season? When it is your season. Now in Cameroon, and then they support Cameroon song. This girl will just sing, oh yo, Ashake Charsan say, you know, you hear a song everywhere. You know the year controller. You know the year their songs. Cameroon can see they had a big show yesterday in Guinness in Yaoundé. Cameroon are selling. The only thing, if one get yourself high blood, now when you live your own thing, if you overlook your neighbor, your own, you get high blood. Concentrate on what you are doing. Celebrate your little success. Celebrate your little success. Cameroon are going forward. We may not be that big, but trust me, we are making progress. It's not like yesterday. Even comedy, it's not like yesterday. I used to perform now. I've seen the reaction. It's not like yesterday. But we are not thankful. We are not grateful for the little success we have. We are there looking at the other person, comparing yourself to other. The worst thing is for you to do is compare yourself, because any man get lame. Be grateful for your little success that you have. It will help you. It will help you if me no go crazy. It will help you me no envy from myself if you poison me. It will help you to. Sometimes when I look at somebody's own, I thank God for my own. So the Papa God, at least they say Cameroonians are not supporting Cameroonians. Who said that? I'm here as a testimony that something good can still come out of Cameroon, and it's still coming out. Yes. So now, all the Anglophone comedians, the one that they done, all the people that could have helped to improve the others, don't leave the group because of one crazy idea. For we to succeed is to move that person. You know the person. Move the person, because whoever you are together with, he either make you or mar you. So be mindful of your networking. Be mindful of your connection. Be mindful of who you listen to. I used to say this to my elderly brother in the comedy game, Sparkle. Be mindful of who you always listen to. You will help you. He always either demoralize you or you lift you up. That's why I know the value. Not because everybody have idea. I know I need the listening, because even for pastors, be mindful of the kind of message you listen to, who you listen to. That is what has been disturbing the Anglophone comedian. They poison the mind of the small ones, and they start feeling entitled. Nobody owe you platform. No. If you want platform, either you are loyal to that person, you are humble, you care to listen. But if you really want, you think say you are big. If you are big, somebody will call you and will pay you to come and perform, because I will see that if I bring you, people will also come to watch you. So if you don't have that power now, keep working, keep serving. You may look like it's a fool. You may look like a fool. They will mistreat you. Oh Jesus. They may have gone to places as a gift. Somebody will collect money and send me to a place to go and perform. I'll go and perform, whereas they paid me through that person. The person don't pay me. But you look like the person don't use me. But it's a lie. He just gave me a platform. Yes. As a comedian, if you want to essay, search for knowledge. Search for knowledge. Find books and read. That's how inspiration comes. That when they bring you before great men, you always know your audience. You know what to tell them. I brought Ali Baba from Nigeria. A big man like that came to Cameroon. I organized workshop, master class for comedians, for a mentor like him who has mentored Basket. Basket don't stay for Ali Baba a house. Basket mouth don't stay for Ali Baba a house. Wash him motor, carry a bag, them they follow you like how they call it, PA. AY has followed Ali Baba. They stay for a house. All them so where they said they pass through a particular line. That water, the man came to Cameroon. I organized seminar to teach for us how we succeed in this thing that you have been in for 30-something years. Una ancient of days, surely talk for una group, because by that time I've already come out for the group, because the group no will make sense to me. Check everybody in that group who is succeeding, who is excelling that much. No. What is the thing of the group that they cannot give platforms? What is happening? It's the everyday quarreling, everyday arguing. I left there and I felt peaceful. Before I wanted to leave, I asked questions. I talked to some people. So this is what is happening, because you must have people that I talk to. Me like this now, I get a lot of mentorship from people that they are not comedians. So some people are showbiz people. I always ask them, so I want to take this decision. How do you see it? No, Pastor, do like this. When I ask them about the entertainment, they say, leave that place. That's how I left the Camcomic group. And I know they regret them. And I'm not coming back until a lot of the shift things them. I'm not the best comedian. I'm not the best. I may not have the best relationship with everybody, because I'm not there to please everybody. I'm fighting for my life, my career. No money feed me. So I may not have been good to you. I'm not that kind of person where they try to please everybody. Then by the end I displace myself. So I'm not that kind of person where, because I do comedy show, you just can't tell me say, grandfather, I'm a comedian, I can't put you for a platform. Because I've seen a lot of comedians are calling me because girlfriend, as you go to your program, you carry me, you go, not so this is so they do and grandfather said, organize a show. Some of them will call you because that's how they see your poster, they come on, I tell them they text you, and I saw so I'll carry you, put you for stage. Some people they'll pay money for come laugh. They can't test play. No, they take time. I know my audience, I know the kind of person where I would do. So if I never call you for my show, not be saying I hate what you are doing. All of us, and we cannot just, if you see Nigeria self, Basket day away, AY day away, any man day away, but they are not enemies. Yes. Ali Baba can't have advantage. Una no come. Plenty of them. But thank God for the people who came. He taught one thing that day about knowing your audience, about knowing what you do perform. I heard one story this year that one Anglophone comedian who is coming up strong, they took him to one big program in Yaoundé, and he was there. He was the send-off of one big man, a man from it's a big program that had diplomas there. And the guy was performing and was talking about breasts. The Bobby fly pam. Those people that brought him was so ashamed, because how can you be talking about breasts as a young man of 20-something years in front of elderly people, diploma, ambassadors? Why he make that kind of mistake? Because nobody taught him to know your audience, know what to say. And when you organize seminar for them to come and learn what to say, when to say it, and how to say it, they will not come because somebody somewhere is telling them it's not needed. Now the guy blundered that day. They had another send-off again. They could have had that same guy. If he had done well the previous one, they don't call it back. They don't call it because he messed up. Why did he mess up? Because he didn't have knowledge. And that's why the Bible said that my people perish because of lack of knowledge. You are asking, sometimes you ask me, how do I perform for this diplomat, these corporate people, companies that they call you? What do you tell them? If you go to wedding, what do you tell them? I went for one wedding, I was out there. One wedding in Boya, and one comedian was performing, a young comedian, and he was talking about shit. And I saw the lesson pay, you want lesson pool. I said he talk that thing, I felt so bad because I know say he don't blunder. Because na big event, big wedding for Mountain Hotel, and he talking about shit when people are eating. So you don't even know what to say, when to say it. There's a joke that is good for comedy shows. There's a joke for weddings. You cannot come to. I was in a wedding. I saw a comedian insulting the groom, the bride. Boy, I felt so ashamed. You are telling the bride who is bride when I had day. When if she's frowning, everybody frown. That she's fat. Because you're a comedian. And tomorrow one day to call you back. No. So a lot of people are perishing because lack of knowledge. And that is what is happening to the Anglophone crisis. Even the Anglophone crisis. Because the way some people started the fight of the Anglophone crisis, the same way some people they talk about supporting your own. The same people that you are fighting for them to, you are saying that you are fighting for them, is the same people that you are hurting. Who are you fighting for? You are hurting the same people that you are saying you are fighting for their right. It's like the Anglophone crisis. The same people that they are fighting for, the same people some people are kidnapping. That is the same thing that is happening. Because people are not doing with knowledge. They think that they know it all. You may have some good knowledge, but there's a way to go about things. And if you miss it. So please, I'm just trying to say this, to say that most Anglophone comedians, the sky is too big for anybody to fly. They need to look at your association, look at who you associate yourself with. Because your association also matters. Like life. If you are with NTN, Orange will never call you. So that is just to tell you that you should know who and who you link up with. You may have talent, you may be gifted, you may be funny, you may know how to sing, but who are you listening to? It matters. So, Anglophone comedians, please, this is a time for reshuffle. Not be group. Reshuffle yourself. Sit down, ask yourself, is it what I'm called to do? Then know how to follow who and who. Because some people there are some people there for your life, they are not, you don't need them. I'm telling you, you need to move that scale, that way they were blocking. That making you feeling so entitled, feeling like somebody owe you. Nobody asked you to do comedy. So nobody owe you a platform. First, if you put on your story, nobody asked me to do comedy, so I'm not entitled to anything. Then you calm down. So you will not be looking at anybody you are angry that this graphic is not supporting you. No, it doesn't owe you support. But eventually they will support you. But don't put it in your mind that they owe you support. If you start putting and say, start feeling entitled, you start invest. For your back, you'll be talking about that person evil. When you come to the front of the person, there's a spirit that will be telling that person that something is not right, it's not connecting, because behind the person, you are always hitting the person in negative terms. So when you meet the person, no matter as you are trying to be funny, you try to smile, trying to say, patron, grandfriend, I'm loyal. The spirit of that grandfriend and your spirit, something is breaching that's a problem. So don't be entitled. Trust God. Promotion comes not from the east, not from the west. It comes from God. Inspiration comes not from, it's grace of God. This is what I do so. I just go sometimes, I just talk, people just laugh. Now grace of God, no over too sabi. when God is handed for your life now, He help things easy. Before you want cancel, people don't really like you. Yes. So trust God and move the people that you don't want them to be around you. Move away from them. Trust me, there's some people that you be with them, you can never accept. It happens. I don't want to quote Bible things, but it's happening. Check your association. Remove those that you want to remove and move away. Move away. Move away. What I've done, I am in Facebook, I monitor everything that happened. But some people, you cannot talk to me because I don't want to hear different voice. The Bible says that the voice of a stranger you will not hear. You only hear the voice of the shepherd. I want to hear the voice of the shepherd. I have so many mentors that I follow. I hear them. I wake up morning time, I go for their page, I check what they are doing. I learn from them. Don't be too entitled. Calm down. Calm down. As a comedian, I'm talking to comedian. Nobody owes you a platform. Calm down, and God will lead you to the right direction. And trust me, if you know in that way that no matter who don't want to talk you out of it, God will follow him. Through skin. I don't choose skin, say I don't see the profit. Through skin, force your way. That person tell you say no. Just imagine God does. I go the first time he refuse me. If I never go, even okay. Now I want to end this session by giving you a particular testimony. Then I will end. I always had a dream to go to perform on AY Live. That has always been my vision. I write it down every year. I write things down. I write a lot. So I met one. How do I put this? Okay. This year AY Live. AY not invite me. Through skin, I go Nigeria. As I go Nigeria, I texted Boss Ali Baba. Boss Ali Baba had been to my show in Cameroon. So I went to Nigeria to go and through skin. I tell Boss Ali Baba, say, please, I'm coming to Nigeria. Or please, I would like to perform in AY Live. Please, can you help me talk to AY? Because Boss Ali Baba gets power over AY. I mean, like, you know, Papa. Boss Ali, no talk for me. You know, answer me yes or no. My brother, I find my way to Nigeria. 3 days before, I reached Nigeria. I tell Boss Ali Baba that I'm in Nigeria. I want to come to your office. He said that he is not in Lagos. He is in Abuja. So I said, okay, my boss should go for office with the people. It's okay, you can go. That's why I went to Boss Ali Baba's office. I reached there. I was sitting outside with the gate man and his driver. The driver said they just came back from the airport to go see boss off. As we are discussing from Cameroon, I did a small tour. I bring them from Cameroon for keep for boss. When boss can go see him, I said okay. As I did that story, then I tell the Boss Ali Baba, his driver, say, I beg you, I like to perform for AY Live. I don't know whether I'm possible to do. Now the boss say yes, okay. They both put phone now. Now you call boss, he just say, boss, he talk for Boss Ali Baba. Say someone Cameroon comedian is here. He say yes, and he want to talk perform in AY Live. I don't know what the Boss Ali Baba tell you for phone. The guy say okay boss, okay, but he have phone. Then I asked him, say, how far? He said, Boss Ali Baba said that he has already tested AY. Remember, Boss Ali Baba never tell me nothing. So on that Sunday afternoon, bam, I don't wash. Boom, to Eco Hotel. I think for Eco Hotel, I see how they set up things them. As I did it, at the monitor how things they go. Artists and they inside there, they do their balance, their rehearsal. P Square, they have see P Square, they enter. A lot of big artists they enter for do their mic check and just. I was there. I want to see Pam, Boss AY enter. As Boss AY enter, I rushed Boss AY one time, introduce myself. Hey, I Boss AY say, hey, senior pastor from Cameroon. I say yes. Boss AY say, Boss, how are you? I say fine. As Boss AY come out to the arranged thing, is busy. Then I rush here and tell you, say, yes, I could have loved to do something here. Through skin. Now it was AY say, the program is tight. But let's see. Because Boss Ali Baba has tested me that you are coming. Now remember, Boss Ali Baba never ever tell me, say, you don't do that kind of movement for me on that ground. Me say, if I know for don't come, if I know for don't be Lagos. So as I did the Boss, immediately Boss AY tell me that let's see what we can do. As he give me that small green light, so pam, all the things I've already recorded for my flash, I've already programmed them for Cameroon before I go. Put on the AY, I rush, find who is the DJ. Now for that I go key and one time, explain for the DJ. See the gay faith. So when was A1, I see woman, I see one go, the protocol, the bodyguard, they won't carry you go. I rush you one time. It's okay, they give me tag. Because if you don't get that tag, some tag then they, if you go Nigeria, so that sure they put tag. So he calls some person say, okay, this guy is from Cameroon, give him artist tag. Immediately make that statement. Go. I leave was AY one time, I tackled that man way. As soon as I'm just saying, then I'm under my hand now. Now for the man, I start follow the man by boot up, you follow the man. So make the man give me tag, make the man give me tag. Remember, I didn't even get, I get for change my clothes now for the toilet. But they no say I lodge in a package. Not going to explain your move to people. So now the man, I can't tell the man say, please sir, for the tag now, please, I want to go to my hotel and change. Now lie, I don't want me to give me tag first. Man, I hold that one first. But I'm telling this story for somebody to learn something. So when the man came back and gave me the tag, as he gave me the tag, bam, I know she don't work. For that night, when he gave me that tag, I see someone comedian, he pass for enter. His name na Pencil and Ajebo. Then he pass, now Pencil stop. When you see me, he say, ah, guy, you there here? I say, yes. I said, the pass one time, I put my own tag one time, follow them for back. Why is me? To skin. I follow them. I said, I let go for backstage. I follow them backstage. The bodyguard stopped me. The people that they control they stop me. I just show them my hand. They see that tag. They leave me. Because the tag where that man give me, now access, he give me a team tag. He didn't even give me artist tag. He give me a team. With my sense, I follow that boys there for back. Immediately that boys they go for go start show. His name is Pencil and Ajebo. I there for backstage. I see and say the name people they laugh. I there for backstage. The time when they come down now, they start to call some people they go perform. The man will get list of performance. I go meet the man, tell the man say, I bet I'm a comedian from Cameroon and Boss AY told me that I will perform. The man say for what? Yeah, it's a lie. Boss AY didn't tell us anything. And I will blame them because I came late. So they were not there when Boss AY was giving that instruction. So the man, the guys they asked me, say, how do you get that tag? I told them that so person gave me this tag. They said, okay, but Boss AY not tell us anything. So I was in backstage, I was not looking at them. Then I said, okay, man, come out, go to take picture with celebrity, then that was you know backstage who are not to perform. As I come out for go take picture, I want to see that guy, they can't call me, say, come, you are performing now. I said, He said, yes, you are performing now. I said, okay. He said, you are going now after this. I said, okay. Thank God. Preparation, I've already programmed for the DJ. So I just say DJ. I don't make DJ, so DJ say yes. DJ say yes. Okay. I said, okay, let's go. So Pencil now went up and introduced me. And then when I was going up, just remember backstage, I was under pressure. They were telling me that you are going up there with 5 minutes. Immediately 5 minutes, if you are not down, off your mic. Remember, they don't know me. So they are very hostile. I don't blame them because they don't know me. So I calmed down myself. I mean, I define my dream. I mean, I define my way. So why would I be angry with people? They don't owe me anything. No. So I calmed down myself. I went on stage. And that's the performance that you people saw on AY Live. That was a performance. I was under pressure. But God helped me. I did that performance with good preparation. I've already prepared with the DJ. So, and God, I think that the hand of God was on top of that DJ's life. Because DJ was working as if we don't practice the whole session. That's what the grace of God does. You make a little thing and you do, you become a big thing. And that was that. I performed. When I came down, the people were so nice now. So that was good. The guy who was like, you did well. I love that. Now, so me and they now can become friends. So when I was backstage, I had power for backstage because the tag that I had I was with P Square, Davido, I was with them. But some of them, you cannot take picture with them that time because they are still to perform. So you cannot be saying, Davido, let's have picture. Now, like I was close, I was there with them. So I don't have pictures with them. When Boss AY came now, when the show has got to that peak, Boss AY came now, and Boss AY said, you perform? I said, yes. Oh, Boss AY was so happy, he gave me knuckle. Because that afternoon, I was with Gordons, my mentor. I called him that I was in a Eco Hotel. He said, okay, he also is lodging in a Eco Hotel. So he came down, he took me and he go and gave me food. So when we were eating, we were talking about showbiz. He was advising me marriage and showbiz and everything. He was mentoring me. Then I told him that I want to perform in AY Live. My mentor Gordons told me that now like this is late, and he doesn't have that power to influence AY to give me a platform now. The only person who has that power was Boss Alibaba. So even my mentor Gordon's hands was tied. I understand him. Say that kind of platform, they know they decide who will perform by the if. So Gordon's don't go back to your hotel. So when Gordon came back, I've already performed. He asked me, so have you performed? So Gordon's hugged me. He was so happy that I've achieved my dream. Now the AY show passed and it finished. When the show they close, I go meet all those guys where they control backstage. I took their number. The next day, I called them, one of them, and I wanted to say, sir, thank you very much for giving me that platform. You don't even know me, but still give. The guy say for where? Say, not be me, oh, you go thank. Go thank Pencil. He said Pencil was the one who came backstage and told us that that guy from Cameroon, give a mic, he will perform well. And where did I know Pencil? On the 25th of December last year, Pencil was in Boya with Sabinus and Brent Jota by the show organized by this guy, was in Schengen, who had a great show there. I performed well that night. That is where Pencil saw me. So when Pencil saw me on the backstage and those guys were refusing to give me a platform, Pencil went back and told them that this guy, I met him in Cameroon and he's good. So not even a Boss AY now, because Boss AY never come. He was the person who had the key for that platform that night to open was Pencil. Just imagine that when Pencil came to Boya, if I was hostile and I didn't treat him right, or I insulted him, or I backlash, because that night even Sparkle had problem with performance that night, because some people, the Ancient of Days, were thinking that the Nigeria guys came in and people gave them standing ovation, so they were angry. Just imagine that I will follow them for the verse for foreigners, for the verse for this. Just imagine, see my, how you call it, his platform, who reserved that platform, who gave me that platform. Finally, in that dying minute, it was Pencil. Until today, Pencil no ever can tell me, oh, say I'm the one who made you to perform in AY. The guy not talking. Maturity, the guy not talking. Till today. Now, after that, my performance in AY now, that same Pencil, they pay me flight to come to Lagos. That same Pencil lodged me for Eco Hotel for my first time. That same Eco Hotel that I used to come and sleep, change my clothes in the toilet. I slept there this year. You see God, from that AY performance. Now from that AY performance, it's trending in Lagos. See? So I wish you have learned something. So learn how to, not because you get data, you can post. If you post, you block your way. Not because you just follow some people, they fight, some people that fight. Somebody who's going nowhere, you are following them fighting the same fight. Your career is young. You are following Ancient of Days. So I don't get much to talk. So I hope say you learn something from what I've told you. Look at Pencil. Look at what you have done for me. See. So even when Bros AY came that night, was you have performed, yes, and they were happy. Later on, when I called Bros AY, I said, thank you very much. Bros AY was telling me, guy, your news is everywhere. I didn't see your performance. Before Bros AY wanted to post that thing on his page, then me and them will chat on WhatsApp. He said, no, he did well. He did well. So if I go back to if I go back to AY show, do you think that they will treat me the same way they treat me last time? No, because now so calm down, learn, calm down, adjust your way. No, the over talk, no, the fight, no, the no, because you can post something now on Facebook, we go block your way in the next 6 months, on the next 5 months. Thank you very much.